Okay, I begin. All right, we're recording. Good. Good Tvoch, good Chodesh, happy Chanukah. Everything that comes in this incredible package. You know, the uh, the times of Hanukkah is always has the weekly portions that include Yosef Atzadik. And it's quite incredible that the Yosef Atzadik is obviously, the central figure, that connects the patriarchs Avram, Yitzchak, and Yaakov to um, to the rest of the tribes of Am Yisrael. He is the quintessential tzaddik, which basically means that nobody knows what to do with him. Nobody can actually capture what is his essence. One hand, Yaakov Avinu knows that Yosef is the tzaddik. He is the one. He learns with him. He gives him all his chachma. The tribes, however, don't want to get rid of him. They want to kill him. Then they got rid of him. They sell him. And he tells them, he remembers his dreams. He tells them that they have to come to him. They have to receive from him. He's the conduit. They can't do it without him. Well, they think that they can. So they either try to kill him or they say, they sell him. And of course, as we know from this week's parsha, they end up coming to him and bowing down to him exactly as he dreamt for them. So when you come and take a look at the structure of the 12 tribes of Am Yisrael, interestingly enough, Yosef, there's no tribe of Yosef. His two sons are two tribes, yes, Manasseh and Ephraim. But Yosef himself is not a tribe. He is the father of tribes. On the other hand, Yosef does not belong to the patriarchs. It's only Avram, Yitzchak, and Yaakov. So what is Yosef? What is his role in this whole thing? The answer is when you take a look at what Yosef is and what his inyan is. Yosef is the main cog. All the Shvatim, they receive from him. Without Yosef Atzadik withstanding, the test with the wife of Potiphar, Am Yisrael cannot get out of Mitzrayim. They said, in Shir Sayam, the song over the sea, this says, Hayam Ra, the sea saw the Yanos, and it ran away. So this is what did they see? What did they the Sea of Reed? What did it see? It sees the Aroina of Yosef. It sees the coffin of Yosef Atzadik, about whom it is said during the test with Potiphar's wife, Vayanos, like he left his garment by her, Vayanos, and he ran out. So the sea saw Yosef that withstood the test with Eshet Potiphar and ran. Now the sea runs, and now it's going to go out of Mitzrayim. After Matan Torah, you have two um, chests, whatever you want to call it. One of them is where the luchos are that Moshe Rabbeinu received in Har Sinai. The other one is the coffin of Yosef HaTzadik. So the people say, what's the connection between two? He says, the one in the coffin, which is Yosef HaTzadik, was Mekayim, held whatever it is that the Torah says. Yosef and Am Yisrael, Yosef and the Torah is inexplicable. There is no, it's not possible for Am Yisrael to get out of Mitzrayim without Yosef. Am Yisrael, is gathering, getting ready to go out of Mitzrayim. He says, Vayikach Moshe es atzmos Yosef imay. Moshe Rabbeinu takes Yosef, Yosef's remains in the coffin together with him, because without Yosef, without the tzaddik, it is not possible to get out of Mitzrayim. Hanukkah is actually the light of Hanukkah is the light of Shabbos, but whereas on Shabbos the lights are high above, it's the light of Shabbos in the upper worlds. During Hanukkah, those same lights are going down to the realm of the lowest people that there are. Today's Sichos Haran talks about that. So before we get into it, let's take a quick look Sipurey Baal Shem Tov for tonight. So it says as follows. Before the passing of the Baal Shem Tov, he ordered to sing the nigun, Iseres Rachamim Rabim. I don't know what this nigun is, that was composed by the Tzadik Rab Mechel from Zlotchev. And when they finished, the Baal Shem Tov said, I promised you for generations to come that any time, in any place, anybody will sing this nigun, Iseres Rachamim, with tshuva and with Iseres. So wherever place I will be in the Shemaim, I will hear it. Because there are angels that bring news, as it were, to the Neshamas, and I will join the singing and awaken great rachamim on those who are singing the Snigun Metshuva. Eliezer Lieber from Berditchev used to say that his grandfather, the Megala Amukis, one of the amazing, incredible tzaddikim, Rabbi Lieber lived in the time of the Baal Shem Tov, of the greatest Mekobbalim, and Nosson Neta Shapira from Krakow. The Baal Megala Amukis was an amazing tzaddik. So he was the grandson of the Megala Amukis, Reza Lieber, and his grandfather would come to him to learn with him. So one time, the Megala Amukis did not come for a few days. So Lieber was very sorry, so he sent his son, Rabbi Yechiel, to the town of Krakow, to the Tzion of Megala Amukis, to ask him why he's not coming for a few days. When it comes to show you, the son was able to go and speak to his grandfather, who was deceased. Just a little inkling of the level of what these people were capable of. And so he went to him and he asked him. And the Megala Amukis answered him that since the Baal Shem Tov has passed away from the world, they closed, for his honor, they closed the Yeshiva Shalmano, the Yeshiva in the Shemaim, for 30 days. So that's why he doesn't have time to learn and get there every night like he used to. It is an astonishing privilege to praise the tzaddikim. You know, we talk about, we say how great they are and how imperative they are to Am Yisrael. But the one thing that we are not able to perceive, and it's something that you can't just, okay, I tell it to you, now you can, or then somebody else tell it to me and then I can perceive it. It's, you got to be there in order to perceive it. And that is the godly dimension of a tzaddik. And then he said, it looks like any other person. Just walks around, with innards, heart, lungs, everything. But he's a totally different thing, a totally different matter. It's like a different species, one of total godly dimensions, divine dimensions. And it's something which a person works on himself. Obviously, he gets in the neshama that is capable of doing it, but without you doing what you need to do, the tzaddik doing it, he does not become a tzaddik. That's one of the reasons that people have such difficulty in actually absorbing and digesting the idea of tzaddikim. To believe that tzaddikim are like, they're born like that. What can you do? If you have a monkey here and you have a person here, I mean, a monkey cannot be a person. Okay, so that's no problem. Person accepts himself being a monkey, and the other one is a tzaddik as being a person. What can you do? I was born a monkey and he's born a tzaddik, no problem. But the idea is that tzaddik, somebody that has divine dimension to his existence, to say that he was born a regular person like you and me. Okay, he was very talented. He had a neshama that is capable of doing it, but he worked at it. Rabbi Yehuda says that the most deciding factor of turning a person into a tzaddik is how hard he works on it. So let's take a quick look and see in Sichos Haran for today, so we can take a look and see exactly what it takes when push comes down to shove. So let's take a quick look here. Just a second. No, that's not it. Hold on. Okay. Here we go. So we go in Sicha 295. And it says as follows: I heard from the Rebbe's name. So you need to be mischazik betfila, to hold yourself and really, boost your morale so that you're able to be motivated to daven when you're praying. That even a person is the way he is, even though he should strengthen his heart, yichazik liboy, to daven to Hashem Yisbarach, and will say as follows: if in my own eyes I'm so far from Hashem Yisbarach because of the multitudes of sins and transgressions, so even more so, it means that perfection of the tefillah is only through me. Because Chazal said, any tefillah that doesn't have from the tefillah of Posh Israel, of the criminals of Israel, is not a tefillah. And we learn this from the incense, from the Torahs, that held the chalbana, which is a very foul-smelling ingredient. And not only this, there were 4 major ingredients of 70. One of them is the chalbana. Now, it wasn't just a little dip here. It was almost like a quarter of the entire thing. So if I am in my own eyes like a Poshe Yisrael Chas v'Sholom, I'm like a criminal of Yisrael Chas v'Sholom. So even more so, the entire shleimus, the entire completion and perfection of the tefillah is only through me. So bevad, I have to strengthen myself to daven to HaKadosh Baruch Hu and to trust in the Chasdei Hashem that He will hear and will accept my tefillah. Because it is the main perfection of a tefillah is through me. The same way that you cannot bring the incense without chalbana. So he said the chalbana is the perfection of the Torahs. The same thing when it has to do with tefillah. Without my awful tefillah that joins the tefillah of the entire Am Yisrael, the tefillah wouldn't have perfection. Can only like Torahs without chalbana. There are quite a few things that can and need to be said about this particular insight. When you hear this, you think, oh, they're just, this is just a morale boost. They don't, Rabbeinu doesn't want me to feel bad, so he tells me, listen, tefillah is really, really important. You should know that, and so you should be mechazik. You see, the tefillah, of Klal Yisrael is not complete without the tefillah of the worst of the worst, and you think the worst of the worst. So your tefillah is very, very necessary. And bevalid, this is true. But there's another deeper insight into this. You have no idea who you are. You have no idea what HaKadosh Baruch Hu wants from you. The world cannot possibly exist without you. The prayers of entire Am Yisrael cannot exist without your prayers, without any relation to whether you're good or you're bad. If you're trying, your tefillah is the thing that completes the whole thing. The tefillahs themselves are being elevated through the tzaddik. What does it mean as being elevated through the tzaddik? Or because Baruch cannot hear my tefillah, or I have to whisper in his ear to pick up the phone. What's a pshat? Because Baruch can hear your tefillah no matter where you are. But that's a personal tefillah. Baruch hears you as a person talking to him. But the tefillah going up, the mitzvahs going up, means that it affects a change over the entire spiritual realm, all the spiritual realms, all the way up to Ilma Bria, all the highest angels that there are. Everything is being completed and fed and changed and rolling towards the final completion through tefillahs and mitzvahs that go up. So you bring in your tefillah. You try. You be mechazik as much as you can. And what does it mean? It means look at the words and just realize what they mean. That's it. Take another word, another word, another word, another word. Try as much as you can. And concentrate. Tie your mind to what you're saying. You're capable of doing it. You're not capable of doing it. You're worthy of doing it. You're not worthy of doing it. You're meritorious of that. It doesn't matter. The elevation of the tefillos and the mitzvahs goes through the tzaddik. But the tzaddik cannot do it without your davening. The tzaddik cannot do anything without you doing the mitzvah. Tonight is Rosh Chodesh. It's amazing. It says that Yosef HaTzadik, he says he came and he armed Egypt. He goes to Paro and Paro tells him his dreams, and he tells him, listen, the reason why you had this dream is because you need to appoint somebody, to remediate the situation. The 7 years, good years are going to come, and what the tendency of people when good times come, they just spend, spend, spend without any regard to what's going to be tomorrow. He says, listen, because Baruch is telling you you're going to give 7 good years, then it's going to be 7 years of famine. And it's going to totally annihilate all the bounty. So you need to appoint somebody that will manage the resources, the bounty, and save it for the lean years. Says, obviously. You're the one to do it. So this is when that Yosef armed Egypt. So the words is using chimesh. Chimesh is chet, mem, and shin. It means chamush means armed. Prepare the arsenal. It is also the chet is Chanukah, the mem is Mila, Yosef Atzadik is Shmir Sabris, and the shin is Chodesh, it's Rosh Chodesh. So through this in of Hanukkah, when the light comes down to the lowest places of them all, you and me, the guarding of the covenant, being sanctified with this manner. And Bezat Hashem, today is Rosh Chodesh. These are the things that the Greeks wanted us to forgo. They wanted to forgo Shabbos. This is Az Yoshe Moshe. Az is Aleph Zayin is together. It's eighth day. They want us to forgo Shabbos. They want to forgo Rosh Chodesh, and they want to forgo Mila. So I come say, why? And they said, right, on the horn of an ox, and you have no part in the God of Israel. So we spoke about it in the Shir. Why Dafka the horn of an ox? Because the horn of an ox is something that becomes narrow and narrow and narrow until it becomes into a tip, and then it disappears. The perspective of the Teres Yavon, the Chochmah of Yavon, which basically is the basis of all science until today, is you can see, as long as you can see, you see it, you'll believe it when you see it. So what they can see, they believe. What they can see, until it comes to the tip. And from the tip on, they cannot see, they don't believe. This is what Am Yisrael represents. When the tip ends, you cannot see it anymore. You cannot understand it anymore. This is why Amunah starts. Baruch should help us, B'ezrat Hashem. You'll all have a fantastic Chodesh and fantastic rest of Hanukkah. When the lights come down, just take a look when you're sitting by the neighbors, by the candles, when you're out the candles, just sit there for the half an hour, if you can, for the half an hour, that's the mitzvah, and look at the flames, because inside those flames is the hidden light of the 7 days of creation. And yearn with your heart to get from this the light of the tzaddik that will enter you. Just look at it. No, divinations and no meditations. Just look at it. Simply look at it. This Baruch should help us all. We have a good chodesh, and B'ezrat Hashem will see the Geula Shlema, and B'ezrat Hashem and Binyan Mesamigdash soon in our days. B'ezrat Hashem. Kol Tov, a good week and a good chodesh. Hatzlacha b'kol ha'inyanim. Thank you.